What's up, y'all? DJ such and such, DJ Scratch and Sniff, MC such and such, Coach E in the house, GameFi podcast. How y'all doing? Y'all heard the sirens? Y'all know what time it is. Yeah, man. Gaming, art, music, esports, film. That's what we talk about here on the GameFi podcast. Season 2. Hey, y'all, it's a wrap. This is it. Y'all been hanging out with us for season 2. We've been working behind the scenes on our scheduling and how we're going to do these things here. We've been having a lot of fun doing GameFi podcast, and y'all have been rocking with us from day one, and I appreciate y'all coming in, leaving messages, reaching out, coming onto the show, all those cool things. Man, it's really been wonderful. Thank y'all so much again. We wrapping up on season 2. And you ain't got to wait a long time for season 3, y'all, because we coming right back in February for season 3. We're going to start. It's already been greenlit, season 3. We're doing a whole lot of stuff, man. We're putting a lot of things together, and very excited about it. And, you know, it's a wrap-up show. We're not going to belabor the moment, but here we go. Yeah, I'm talking about, hey, DJ Scratch Sniff is in full effect. Chemical, appreciate you. Yeah. Gaming segment here on the GameFi podcast. We talk everything gaming, art, music, esports, film. Yeah. I don't know. I'm really in like a dancing mood today. It's probably because, you know, I've had a pretty full weekend judging competitions, sitting with my daughter at her competition, just all kind of stuff happening. You know, the life of an entrepreneur, father, and all that stuff does not stop. So, quick few shout outs. And I watched the. I'll talk about this in the music. I'll talk about this in the music segment because it got something to do with music. Shouts out to Dance Makers of Atlanta, the Nouveau dancing competition. Oh, you set up Nouveau? Yeah. My daughter, yeah. See, Jay Black said helps her. Yeah. Oh, okay. Because my daughter, she was in the competition, so she won. Yeah, for real. Hey, man, you know, I was sitting back looking, I was like, that's really all we need. Okay, you got to talk to me. So, did Nouveau pay for somebody to do that, or was that Crew One's equipment? Whose equipment was it? Oh, okay. Now, is that team that does that production, they just follow them? Okay, that must have been there. That was their rigs that were in the parking lot then. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I was like, but that's really all we need to do, like a pop-up esports arena real quick, man. I mean, I thought that thing was nice. But my daughter danced, her dance company, they were in it. She got high gold for one of her solos, and she got a scholarship in hip-hop. So to go to another hip-hop. Now, see, this is the game right here. This is how they do you. They give you a $150 scholarship, right? But that's for me to pay more money to go to Orlando for to do the whole doggone thing. So it's crazy. But again, it's fun. You see all the parents out there. I think I saw a lot more dads out there this time. That was pretty cool. So, you know, we all nodding each other because we know we there holding bags and making sure people eating and all that good stuff. So that was fun. But it was actually fun to watch. This is my first time. My wife wasn't able to go. My sons, they were COVID positive, so they missed school last week. You know, nothing more than cold symptoms is all they had. So they're at the house, and mom wanted to be there with those her babies. So she was like, well, I'm going to stay home with them. And we were all negative. I'm negative, she was negative, and my daughter was negative. And so my daughter has been practicing like months for this competition. So we had to get out of Dodge. So we stayed at my mom's house. So we could go to the competition. And so this is my first time like being, you know, at the competition, because usually I just drop them off. But I actually sat there and got a chance to watch a lot of stuff. So it was cool. It was fun. So shout out to them. On the gaming subject, since excuse me, we're in the gaming segment. our platform that we're working on to teach game design is about ready to open up, start. We got a lot of schools since what we're doing at Morris Brown College is becoming known. A lot of schools, high schools, are reaching out, parks and rec. So we're getting ready to do some things, and so we're also going to be working on. Computer science there hasn't been an uptick in students getting into computer science or being even introduced to computer science. And so what we want to do is use game design to introduce computer science. And we can do that early, kindergartners. Use game design to introduce computer science, and it takes away that stigma that computer programming has gotten over the years. People look at it as you got to be techie to do all that stuff. Not at all. And it's really learning about foundation. So really just learning about the equipment, how to actually use your computers the right way, and then designing the systems that you're trying to create. So whatever it is, once you learn how to design it, you've now developed an algorithm. So from there, you're computer programming. But then what if a young person really likes putting together computers? What if they like the hardware side and not the software side? So you got to understand how all those things work together and how the computer works, how the Rhodes machine works, and it could be in music or it could be in film or in streaming production. It doesn't matter. This is all computer equipment. It's all digital equipment. So, we want to make sure that that's available. Of course, we got our apprenticeship program for game design that we're recruiting for. We are full on recruiting at Morris Brown College. I am a professor of esports at Morris Brown College, so we're full on recruiting for our esports performance degree concentration program. So we got that going on. We're getting ready for dual enrollment. There's a lot of hot things getting ready, and I know with some of the other folks, we got some summertime stuff coming up. We're getting ready. We're getting programs and pilots up and running in the summertime, getting them ready for the fall. Working with CS for Georgia, working with Georgia Department of Education. They have a real initiative to make sure that we rebrand and repackage the way that we do computer science education and STEM education here, definitely in Georgia. And we want to be the model for the national computer science nationally. So that's real cool. That's coming up on the gaming side. There's a few. Was it a game jam that just happened recently? Yeah, Global Game Jams. Yep. Shout out to
No, tomorrow's the last day.
tomorrow's the last day.
Today's Sunday because it's
Yeah, Sunday. Okay. Yep. I did that. So I saw Andrew Greenberg. Shouts out to him with Georgia Game Development Association. They had their Global Game Jam. So other people creating games and stuff. So I'm gonna see if I can stop by and take a look at a couple things today. So that was pretty cool. When you drop $68 billion on a gaming company, the world takes notice. If you don't know, I'm talking about Microsoft dropping $68 billion for Activision Blizzard. So once you do that, like I said, my phone was ringing, my emails was ticking in. People was like, now they see what I've been talking about for the past. I've been pushing for the past 5-6 years, right? But I've known about it for a decade now, and I'm telling people it's coming. And now they seeing all this big money dropping, and they're like, oh, okay, so now what do? We got to get in. You know what? Just let's set up a meeting. We ready. And so all this preparation, these 5-year-long worth of preparation with Pharaoh's Conclave and PCX Go and Subsume and companies like that. Shouts out to Dedra. Put us in a position to be able to take advantage of now people. We don't have to do the pre-education. Like you had to do some education. You had to build a foundation for people to understand what this gaming and this digital technology thing was. But even on a college side, they're getting away from really just having computer science departments. They're wanting to have digital media arts departments. They want to do digital media arts departments. So there you can really bring in the whole suite of things that are happening when it comes to, when you're looking at gaming and the technology behind music, the technology behind film, like all of that is built on computers. And so, you just gotta really highlight the entry points for people to get started, and then highlight the pathway so they can figure out, these are the colleges and universities I go to, And then these are the internship programs I need to get into or go for. And then we go. Also, shouts out to, and I was gonna say, I'm gonna say this for the esports department because I talk a little bit more about them when it comes to esports. That's a good company here in Atlanta, so just make sure you stay tuned on that one. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and leave this gaming segment, and we're going into the A for animation, art, anime, all that good stuff. Here we go, all the A's. Do it again. DJ Scratcher Sniff in the house, making that happen. GameFi podcast. We talk everything game, arts, music, esports, film. We're getting the arts and animation and anime segment, and we're getting this ready. I'm doing my Naruto run, getting it ready. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Coach E in the house, Crane Violet, DJ Scratcher Sniff, MC such and such, all the names. I'm all the stuff. Man, you know, one of my gamer tags used to be the minister, because I was the minister over the game that I was playing. I was like, I minister this, you know what I'm saying? And then I was like, I'm not I'm the referee, not just a gamer. You know, I was making up all kind of stuff, man. Playing a lot of Clash Royale recently, but also catching up on my, you know, animation and doing my things. Hey, also I'm sitting out here watching conference weekend in NFL, so shout out to the NFL, man, doing some big things out here. We watched some good games. 13-21 got Cincinnati, Kansas City, and I'm shots out because, you know, my man Jay Black, he's from Cincinnati, you know what I'm saying? That's hometown, so he over here. He over here rumbling stuff. You might see the camera shaking and carrying on. He getting happy about it. He having a whole lot of fun out there, man. But yeah, so we had a cool. That was a cool episode with Nitro Hot Fire. Did I say his name right? Nitro Hot Fire. Yeah, with Nerd Torch Cafe. So, you know, I'm going out there to see it, man. Shouts out to Nigel, man, doing this thing. Definitely, I know some people. I've been talking him up, man. Really, I have been, because he's going to actually, and we'll talk about this in esports. This esports stuff, I'm just excited about what's going on. This being the last episode for the season 2, I just kind of want to be like, blah blah. This is all the stuff that's going out there. But let's slow it down. We are in arts and anime, and we're going to make sure we get a chance to talk about that. I have had a chance to meet with a couple of students. They've been working on some logos and some graphic design work, and they've been coming up with some cool images. And so now the next step is to talk to one of my contacts, and we're going to start rendering these things, getting them rendered. And, you know, we're going to start out with some products. And one of the line of merchandise we're going to start out with is we're going to create stickers. Like computer stickers, or you put them on whatever stuff. I know a lot of people doing that, so we're gonna start with the stickers. We're gonna do pins. People love pins, and being that esports is a lettered sport, you know, you get you a little pin to put on your letterman's jacket, letter person's jacket. We're gonna be politically correct, genderly correct as well. But we're gonna do pins. We're gonna do stickers, and it was a third patches. We're going to do patches as well. So we're just kind of going to start there, but we're also going to do some t-shirts and some hoodies and some stuff like that. We're going to do that as well, but we're going to do some of those smaller items. And then again, that's kind of like a rush to kind of get stuff out there. These are things that I know kids love. My students I teach all the time, they love that stuff. So that's going to be cool. But also I met a group of students at Georgia State University. In their Creative Media Arts Institute, they have one of the areas. They got a cool makerspace, number one. So if you're in Atlanta and you want to check it out, definitely go to the CMII building and check out their makerspace. But they have a group of students that are focused on merchandising, right? So and creating stuff. So they had some cool trucker hats and some t-shirts and stuff they were doing. They have crickets. Crickets are these machines that etch and do all kind of stuff. So so they got all kind of cool stuff in there that you can start making. So if you're thinking about doing merchandise, you know, making toys, making figurines, stickers, you know, you can always start on something small, and then you can build up to something bigger, and then, you know, wear your own hats, make some hats and give it out to some people, you know, t-shirts. You know, that's how your boy Fubu, what's his name? Yeah, Damon John. Yeah, That's how he did it, you know. And when we get into the music segment, I'm gonna talk a little bit about it as well. I don't want to give away the little drop, the nuggets that he dropped out on this documentary that we saw, but we definitely gonna talk about
I
that.
want to make a big mention on
Go for it.
something that's going on very soon. The official like grand opening of Atlantucky.
Atlantucky.
Yep, it's gonna happen this upcoming Friday.
Oh, okay.
And the good news is,
Atlantucky
yeah,
on Friday.
and you're talking about art. We got like the whole place looks like a beautiful art gallery. You got the art of crafting beers at the bottom. The guys
Hey, that is it. People sleeping on that. So breweries, that's a big thing that's been happening in Atlanta, Georgia definitely, but definitely in Atlanta, Metro Atlanta for the past couple of years. A lot of folks, you know, craft breweries coming up, but then also having the cafes and the restaurants attached to it. But I've noticed some of the even those cafes, like there's a pizza spot not too that's down. Oh, I can't remember the name, but I'm gonna tell y'all the name of the pizza spot in just a second. But we were talking about
Atlantucky.
Atlantucky. I gotta get it straight. It wrote out my Atlantucky.
They're gonna be performing the Nappy Roots.
Okay, Napa Roots. Okay, and on Friday.
Yeah, they're
Okay, so I have to tell the wives we might have to go on out there. But I love places like that where you can go in and you can see the art on the red and you sit. It's like you're sitting in a piece of art, and I love that. And a lot of restaurants and places here in Atlanta, they're like that. So like No Mas, you know, it's a nice little aesthetic there. You look at the art and it's local art, and they actually sell pieces that you see as well. A lot of the cafes they do that as well. They're integrating that art culture into the food culture that's going on. So if you're a foodie or arty and all that good stuff, you can have all that at one time and you can leave out there. So we're going to definitely get out there and we're going to make sure we give a shout out to Atlantucky here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm going to take that. I'm going to get them on. Got to get them on so we can talk to them, because I heard they were interested in gaming and doing some tournaments and things. And so, you know, hey, if they interested in gaming, then we your people. So now we bring the food, the art, the music to the gaming. It's all about GameFi. We're gonna gamify that thing. So that's how that's gonna roll. But you know, shouts out to oh my goodness. The gallery it's an art gallery down the street. It's yeah. Is it that way or is it that way? It's one on the corner. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I gotta see if my boy Jelani,
selfie museum right up there.
it was a selfie museum right around. So I mean, living art and art is, you know what? I'm talking to y'all right quick. Listen, get out, get your phones out, walk around in your neighborhoods. There are so many jewels out there. It sure is our gallery Peachtree Station. No, it's one right here, and I can't think of the name. It's a and he gonna get me. He went to Tuskegee with me, and I've been talking about it. I ain't been there so long. I got to go back over there. But yeah, my boy Najee, he owned it. He owns it. Oh my goodness. Don't worry about it. You know what? I'm gonna make up for it. Season 3, Black History Month. Talk about black business owner. I'm just gonna invite him to the podcast, and we're gonna clear that up right there. How about that? Then I don't want y'all to talk about me bad, but TU, you know, we're gonna hunt up the Tuskegee folks, man, and talk about what's going on over there. But I mean, you know, I've been to a couple things. You know, they did a couple of comic book art exhibits and stuff like that. That's cool. So you know, I mean, art is everything, man. Innovation. You know, I think art drives innovation. You know, it's the creativity that people think about, you know, in their minds, what's happening, you know, and they'd be like, well, could we do this? Can we make this? I wonder how this would look if we did this. You know, I mean, that innovation that comes out, and I mean, fashion drives it, you know, changing up sounds in music, you know, or wanting to hear music differently. Shouts out to Dr. Lonnie Johnson, the creator of the Super Soaker. You know, he has a whole area in his lab where they're designing speakers, music speakers, sound speakers, and some new technology, wave technology to actually, you know, get some real good kick and boom in those speakers. So that's cool. Another graduate of Tuskegee University. and just that innovation is driven by people saying they want to hear things differently or see things differently. How do you think we got to movie pictures? Moving pictures, the movies. They were moving pictures. How did we get that? People wanted to see things. They created mobiles that, with shadows and lighting, and then they, figured out how to capture it on film, and then how to play run the film faster and faster to get moving pictures, and then all of a sudden now we all digital, and everybody watching movies now. And shouts out to the movie industry here in Atlanta. I mean, it's huge. I don't know if I've been hearing they about to redo Color Purple. The Color Purple, they're gonna redo it. I don't know if they're gonna redo it or if it's gonna be like a Color Purple now. With they're current a more current Color Purple. Well, you can't do too. It was a period piece, so you can't jump it too far and then all of a sudden have. Well, you could, but there'd be a lot that happened between then. So I'm thinking it would probably be, because I don't know what was the time period of the color Purple. They weren't. That was probably, they had moving car. They had their cars. I'm trying to think what models. I think it was like a 30s, 40s. Color Purple was like 30s, 40s maybe. So you could do 50s, 60s, or 70s. You could 80s, but I mean it's been a minute. It's been a minute. So, it'll be cool to see what they do with that. But they got all the TV shows are out. They filming. Film industry has not stopped, still going, all that good stuff. Ozark. Yep. I haven't watched it yet. I like binge watching, man. Oh, I done crossed on the fit. You know what? Let's go ahead and move this thing on down. I'm telling you, hey, this is the closeout, man. Closeout, just everything that we've been talking about is coming to fruition now. So it's like rushing to my head. But here we go. Y'all heard that? Hold on. That was cool. I'm gonna do it again. Hey. Coming up now is the time to talk about the music segment. Here we can't rap. Hey, I'm gonna make this promise right now. First of all, hey, season 2, GameFi podcast, everything game, art, music, film, esports and film. We're in the music segment, and I'm telling you, man, Nitro Hot Fire, he killed that thing last week. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go ahead and put me some bars together. And I promise you all, season 3, y'all gonna hear some bars from me. And if I can find the time, I'm gonna try to throw me a different set of bars. I'm gonna give me a hot 16. That's a hot 16 every week. Every episode, you're gonna get a hot 16. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, I'm gonna have to put it out to folks. I'm like, hey man, send me a hot 16 and I'll put it on here. And I'm gonna let y'all, we'll put the track out there for everybody to hear. And then, invite everybody to be a part. Because I need this to be more interactive with my people. It's getting a little bit better. We're coming a little bit on the better side of COVID. We're out and about a little bit more. We're doing a little bit traveling. Hey, y'all, I'm actually going to be traveling internationally soon. I'm be heading out to Egypt. I'm going to Egypt, y'all. Taking Pharaoh's Conclave to Egypt. Man, this is breaking news. Hot flag, ending the season. I'm going to Egypt, so it's real cool. We're gonna have a lot of fun out there. We've been talking to some people out there. I've always wanted to go to Egypt. Like I said, when I was younger, I used to want to be a doctor. I used to want to be an astronaut. I became an engineer like I wanted to be. But I wanted to definitely be an Egyptologist. I was like, it was something about, what really got me into it? Raiders of the Lost Ark. That whole the first Indiana Jones. But then all of the Indiana Jones movies I love. And then National Treasure. I'm really into those movies too. All those different types of movies, I'm into those as well. So definitely, being out there and being able to see that it hits you up close and possible. The last pyramid I've been to, and I didn't go to any Egypt. I was in South America. So I went to Belize. And we were in Mexico, and we went to see some pyramids out in both of those areas, and they were real cool. Being out there in the forest, in the rainforest, and seeing that. And the guy, he had a whistle that he was blowing. It was crazy. And it puts you back like in the time, and he was like giving a little narration, and it's cool, and that's what music can do for you. Music can transport you in places. It can really evoke those spirits inside of you just to kind of come out and have you feeling emotionally invested in whatever it is you're viewing. Shouts out to Nouveau again, the dancing, because they had the music that went along with the dancers. And I was telling my mom, the dances, sometimes the music made the dancing like it was better than it was. You can watch the kids dancing, and the music, if it wasn't right and they dancing wasn't right, you really weren't trying to pay attention. Like, they need to go back to the lab on that one. But some of them had like real good music, and you was jump to the music, but they dance moves wasn't really all of that, but the music covered up for it. And so that really helped you out. So I think in those types of competitions, music really, really does help. It'll help you to feel it a little bit more, and you be like, what's intended. And then it make you bounce on the beat, and they move, and you bounce at the same time. It's like you up there dancing with them. So it's real cool. So, that's one of the cool things that music can do. And then also, let's talk about Atlanta. They're going to have Nappy Roots, at their grand opening again.
They actually own that.
They own it. Oh, that's right. That's right. We talked about it. They own it. So they're actually going to be there playing. And so it's going to be a nice, cool spot. I'm pretty sure they're going to be doing some open mics and all kind of stuff going on down there, man. I mean, I can't wait to see what happens, because Atlanta has always been a mecca for music. So, that, and I think I somebody said they got trap sushi. Somebody about to do some trap sushi, but they trapping everything now, man. Like it's the thing to do. Trap karaoke, trap sushi, trap yoga. First of all, yoga, you supposed to be calm, right? In a Zen space, and you go trap the yoga. So I don't know. You know what? I need to go do it. And then I'll know exactly how that works. Because I'm like, the music and yoga, trap. I don't know. But I mean, you can be vibing out on some trap music. I mean, you can get in a spot where you just real grooving with it and you just listening. So, I mean, it could work. Trap aerobics, they do that. I mean, you just throw trap on here and trap art, trap paint and sip, sipping paint or something. I don't know. But it's cool though. You can do a bunch of different things with that. But music makes the day on that. So that was real cool to see how the music with their dances that did real good. Anything else about music y'all done heard about, seen about, anything like that? Now I want to say I was talking with somebody at a grand opening that I'm gonna talk about in the esports segment. And they have a lot of connections with music and the music people in the industry. And with those connections with the people in the industry, they just continue to work, and they continue to do a lot of the different things that they're doing. But the industry and the film industry, so they're feeling like the film industry is taking off a little bit more than the music industry is. The music industry should be further along because it's been here longer. But I know with like the tax credits and the stuff that they're doing with digital entertainment and the music industry, that's some of the things they're working on. They're getting, and so it has to be digital entertainment. It's all for that. It's not just for film and things like that. So they got to make sure that they're lobbying at the same time, and they're make sure they're getting those same tax credits. Because hey, we still breaking all the music out here. Atlanta ain't stopped doing that. Atlanta ain't gonna never stop doing that. The South got something to say, and it starts in Atlanta, a la Andre Benjamin for Outkast. You know what I'm saying? Big Boy now. That's what they helped put it on the map. But I mean, I was listening to Boys in the Hood from NWA. I was listening to it. And he was like bumping that Kilo G. That was Atlanta. He gave a shout out to Atlanta right there. So I mean, hey, man, we've been influencing a lot of stuff for a long time. So, I mean, it just is what it is. So if y'all want to come down and get some for real culture, come down to the A. Speaking of trap music, at the Trap Museum, I went there probably a couple months ago, right before the end of the year, and we're supposed to be doing some tournaments down there. So we're working on that too. So Kimiko, shouts out to Kimiko. Got you. We're gonna get in the trap museum and we're gonna do some tournaments out there in the trap museum. That's gonna be a lot of fun in there. So they had all the old school music while he's watching. They actually got a what do you call it? Escape room in there. So they got like a little escape room. So it's pretty cool.
Did you try these?
Yeah, we did it. We got out there. It was cool. Oh, you did it? Yeah. See, it was fun. It was fun, man. It was easy. They got like booths, studio booths in there. You go in there, you can. And these young ladies were having a lot of fun. They might have had a couple drinks, but they had a good time. So we walked in there, and we were walking by. And they was like, "Hey, we finished. And so we was like, "Okay, do it, drop it." So they turned it on, man. They was killing. I said, now, first of all, to be honest, I mean, they could have put it out. I think people, with the way some of these songs that get put out nowadays, I do not see where theirs wouldn't have been able to hang with some of the music that I'm hearing now. So it was cool. They were doing it, and then they were dancing it too, and then the young lady fell. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Nobody got hurt in the filming of that of that song. Right. No humans got but it was fun. They had a lot of fun. So, if you want to go make some music, put your little beat down in there. They got, they got their Kai keyboards in there. They got a little Kai in there, and then they got the drum machine in there. So you can actually come up with your beat on right there and then and there, right on the spot, right on the fly, and put your little couple licks together. You never know. You might.
Wait, how big is
The trap museum is it's not huge, but I'm trying to get a good square footage of it. So it's probably at least 10,000 square feet, if not more. It's got some room in it. It's got some room, and it's got a little bit of an upstairs to it. But you can pretty much walk through the areas. So maybe 5 areas the size of this studio altogether would be the size of the trap, and it's open, so it's not really closed off. They're not trying to do it closed off, but they had the Biggie artwork. When it first opened, but actually I think it's gotten it's a little bit bigger than when they first opened it. Yeah, see that they expanded a little bit, because when I remember it was small. But it got I think they've added some more stuff onto it. But it still looks smaller than it is from the outside. But it's pretty cool though, I like it, I understand it. But I love music, dancing, I've been watching TikToks and everything. And they got this TikTok that's been going on, the dance challenge, like everybody dance now. Dun, 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 dun. They're like, hey Mufasa. They're like, what? You better kill it. And then they just, folks out there killing it. Go. And I like to watch the little kids when they make the little kids do it. But I was like, you just get in front of some little kids and be like, get it. They just start doing it. They really get it. And it's cool to see just how music is interpreted by little bitty babies and little kids. I love to see little kids work and do their thing. So it's been cool. Man, other than that, though, I think that's about it for the music segment. Let's transition this thing on to the arts and esports. Where my drum majors at? Tweet, 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 tweet. Well, I'll tell you, DJ DJ Scratch Sniff is killing it over here. Yeah, the drum majors blowing it in, they marching down, and making things happen. Oh man. Now we're in the esports segment here on the GameFi podcast, where we talk everything game and arts, music, esports, and film. This is the esports segment brought to you by none other than Lee Morris Brown College, where I am a professor of esports, Professor Thomas, doing my thing, actively recruiting for our esports major. Looking for young people to come out there. We have a goal of getting about 50 young people wanting them to come out there and have fun with us out there. We got the Ronald Floyd Thomas Center for Esports Innovation, and our whole center that has 3D printers. We programmed all of our Oculi. We got Quest 2s. We got the Quest 2s. So we got that. I was in there doing the saber thing. I was getting it on. I was getting it in. You know, we got PlayStations, we got Xboxes, we got PCs, man. No, we have not set up the live streams, but we got the lighting, we got the green screens, we got all of that. So, you know, we got webcams. We don't have regular cameras. I want to get some regular cameras, but we do have web cameras as well. Oh, that'll work. That'll work. So, and we got the circular joints that you can just put on the back of the chair because we got plenty of chairs and stations. So we can really get some. We can like actually do like a streaming workshop and actually put some. You know what? We put that on the books. We're gonna do a streaming workshop up there. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna just make it happen up there. But we're in the esports segment, so I get to talk about this. All right. So shouts out to Access Replay. There's a company here in Atlanta, Georgia. They just moved to their new location. They're at the. Yeah, I went to the open house. That's what I was waiting on to talk about, the open house. It's at the Tech Square Social Club. They have there, so most of their equipment is upstairs now. They got the big TVs where you can play downstairs, but it's a co-working space as well. But most of their equipment, their PCs, their streaming booths and stuff, are set up on the second floor. Real cool, real cool. So shouts out to Allie Young, shouts out to Dallas and Jared and Renee Gardner. They really doing big things, making things happen over there. So it's real cool with all the different things they got going on there. So I'm happy for them. Their original location that was on Krog Street, it was a little landlocked. It was right on the Beltline, but it was landlocked. So if you went, you couldn't really park. So you couldn't have a lot of stuff there. So it made it not as easy to do things there. Although they did some great events there. But I do believe where they are now, there's a couple of parking garages right near there. It's a lot more space on the inside. I don't know if it's necessarily more space. It's just a different setup of space. So that's gonna be cool. And then you got the co-working opportunities that you can do there as well. So I look forward to seeing a lot of their membership grow. We also are going to be working together on some education, some esports education and some game design education that we're looking at doing with them. So, they've been great at what they're doing. They're helping to move the needle for Atlanta being a hub for esports. I told somebody out in California, I was like, y'all better watch out because we coming. Hey, I did the Outcast song. I said the South got something to say when it comes to esports and gaming, and we coming for you. So we gonna be doing that, and that was cool. So I'm looking forward to that nice all the nice events that have been happening there. I also ran into Todd Harris. He was out there as well. That's when I ran into Andrew, and he was telling me about the global game jam. Oh, yeah. But Skillshot, they have a facility opened up over in Lindbergh. Right outside of downtown. They are about a couple of months, he said, from getting ready to have that place ready to go. I think some of their rooms, their studio space is up and running. Classroom space is up and running. So that's going to be another cool place again. So that'll be another place for folks to go here in Atlanta to do some stuff. Then we also have Georgia State University. They're building their basketball arena that's actually going to have an esports arena inside of it as well. So, between, what we got going on in Morris Brown and the other Clark has a studio. Spelman is working on theirs, getting their stuff completed. So they'll have esports going on there. Morris Brown, we have ours that's up and running. Georgia Tech, they do stuff over there, but I haven't seen what they really got on. But I know Georgia State currently has an esports room inside of the CMII building, but I think they're going to keep that, but they're going to have their more competition arena inside of the basketball arena they're doing. So they're building up. So that's going to be cool when that gets done. The arena looks like it's almost done. So probably, definitely by next year, they'll be ready to go. So that'll be cool to see as well. Let's see, is there any other big esports news? Alabama esports news. I was talking with Jay Black and Chemical earlier. So, Nigel with Nitro Hot Fire with the Nerd Torch Cafe, we're gonna work together and we're gonna get some esports going at the K-12 level in Alabama. We're gonna start with Opelika, Auburn, and Tuskegee. We're going to start, and LaGrange. And so, all right, that's on the, well, LaGrange is Georgia, but it's like right on the Alabama line. So that's closer to them than we are in Atlanta. So we'll probably pull them up from there. But, we got Lynette, Alabama, schools there. So it's going to be real cool to work with him and get that going on the esports front. So we have season 3 of the Youth Esports League getting ready to pop off starting in February. So we have South and North Carolina. Shouts out to Virtual Reload. We have Florida. Shouts out to the Crockett Foundation. We have Georgia, of course. Shouts out to Pharaoh's Conclave. And we have, we have Alabama now, so shouts out to Nerd Torch Cafe. That's helping us to put Alabama together. We have Southern University with the Southern University Lab School. So that's Louisiana. And I think that's about it, right? We're working on Tennessee. So Tennessee State University actually has a arena they have in their makerspace in their innovation center. So we're going to help them to bring what they need to bring on. But Knoxville College we're working with them on pulling together. They're going to have an arena set up. They're going to do an innovation center, similar to what we have here at Morris Brown. But then they're also going to start to do curriculum and putting that together. So they're a 2-year school. So we'll be doing certification programs and stuff like that out of there. But they're ready to do an esports team. I was talking to their president the other day, and he was like, "We already got our jerseys and we're ready to battle." So once we get the team up and running, they're going to go there. So they'll be good to go starting next year. Probably get them up end of the spring semester. We'll definitely have them rolling, and then getting them doing some more stuff in the summertime, and then they'll be ready for the fall. So it's happening. It's moving faster and faster. Georgia High School Association Esports is a sanctioned event. It's sanctioned. So, you can letter in esports. We talked about the pins and stuff we're going to be making, so they can be able to put it on their shirts. But, they just had the Georgia State esports championships for Rocket League, League of Legends, and they did a couple more games. I forget the other games they did, but they just recently did that. So shouts out to those champions. We'll talk about a little bit more about them in season 3. Matter of fact, I'm going to invite them to come on, see if I can talk to some of their coaches, talk to some of their students, and have them come on and talk as well. That'll be cool to learn about what's going on and all the different things that's happening at the schools that are participating in esports. We got esports athletes out there, and they need to be known about and talked about. So we'll make sure we pull them in and help other schools to get started, and boys and girls clubs, youth organizations, parks and recs, they want to get started up. So, it's really a big movement. And again, when you drop $68 billion on a gaming company, you can't, parents are like, okay, well, they can participate in this, but they also can learn about the industry, and they can actually have a career in gaming, which is cool. So, that's kind of what's been going on the esports front here. That was a lot to say. I don't even think I got to really say too much more about that right there. I think we summed up esports going on. I know we're going to have a tournament with what we got going on with our Black History. There are going to be some tournaments that happen during Black History Month. There's some other conferences and things that are coming up. Is there anything else? What you think, Chemical? Pretty much in it.
That's it for now.
I think that's it for now. We just stay tuned. That's what you gotta do. Stay tuned. And with that being said, it's time to go ahead and wrap this thing up with the film segment. Hey, GameFi Podcast. It's your Coach E, it's your Professor Thomas, it's your minister, it's your homeboy, all kinds of stuff. Crane Violet, all up in here doing what we do here at the GameFi Podcast, here at the Live Hip Hop Daily Studios. I think it's the first time I said Live Hip Hop Daily since we were sitting here as we're closing up season 2. If you want to check out everything from season 2, check out Live Hip Hop Daily Studios. They have a YouTube. Check out GameFi Podcast YouTube. Check out everything. We're going to get social media up and running. We know we moving, we shaking on some different things. So I'm excited about season 3 of the GameFi Podcast coming up. We're going to be doing more and more. Oh, man, it's awesome. But as we are getting into this film segment, talk about some movies that I just watched. Some stuff. I just watched Eternals. for the first time because I wanted to see. You know, I wasn't gonna pay. I wasn't gonna pay, but I did get a chance to see Eternals and see how that went. You know what? I've been to Starlight, man. I did drive-in. I did 2 drive-in movies. Went with my kids. We went to go see the Spider-Man. Spider-Man was good. We went to the drive-in through to see Spider-Man. That was good. And then we did Spider-Man, and then I went back on a date night with the lady, with the doctor, Chiquita Thomas herself. We went to see the Journal for Jordan. We went to go see that one with Michael B. Jordan. So that was a good one. That was a good one. It was a real good movie. But you know, that was her first time ever going to a drive-in. Grown woman here in Atlanta. That was her first time going to a drive-in. I mean, Starlight is here. You know, I hadn't been in a while, but you know, that wasn't my first time. But I did also one of my first jobs was with my uncle. He had a convenience store in Thomasville, Georgia. Not Thomasville, Georgia. Thomasville is kind of like Mechanicsville and Vinings and Castleberry here. Like it's a little small neighborhood area in Metro Atlanta. It's on the east side, and so I grew up working over there and hanging out over there, and so I would go to the drive-in over there a lot. So it was cool. So good to see drive-in, man, and had that experience. You know, that was the first time I think my kids had gone to a drive-in movie, so they liked it. My son left the fried chicken at the house. See, that's the good thing about drive-in. Like, you can buy food there, but you can bring your own food. You know what I'm saying? And you in your car, you doing your thing. But he forgot. So all we had was snacks. We ain't had the fried chicken. It was the good Publix fried chicken, too. Shout out to Publix. They fried chicken be on point. Oh, man, I need to get a sponsorship from Publix. Man, I ain't going to say no more. We had some fried chicken. I ain't going to say the name until they give me some money. I'm just kidding. Having fun up here at the Live Hip Hop Daily studios. But, you know, those are the movies that I saw most recently. Definitely been binge watching a lot of stuff, just catching up on it, and watching some stuff that I saw, you know, rewatching some things. I think that's been cool, but definitely television shows, binge watching. Oh. You did? Wait, what is Euphoria? I know that. The singer? Yeah. Oh, what is Zoe? What's her name? Zoe Deha? Zendaya. Zendaya. Yeah. Yeah, okay, and yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. And it's like they're young, but they all young, but it's like high school or something.
Saw the first season.
Okay. Hey man, the Power Universe, you know, the Tommy side, his side is about to start in February. You know, they finishing up with Tariq. I think they had the last episode for that one maybe today. I don't know, but I know they kind of finished that because Tejada back, he out of jail, you know, all that stuff going, things are starting to come to a head. They robbed your boy Dante. They done a lot of stuff. Yeah, now Zeke. First of all, Zeke is 4 years older. I did the math. 4. And that's her son. That ain't her nephew. I mean, they did some ups and downs on that thing, man. So, I mean, you know, shouts out to 50 Cent, man. You know, that boy Curtis. He did a great job with, you know, doing his own thing, you know, not depending on, you know, somebody else's network to do. I mean, of course, they filmed it somewhere else, but, you know, he produced it. He bankrolled that stuff. And he turned it into an empire, seriously. And no pun on Empire, the show, but I mean, you know, Power Universe, you know, it's like, it's just like the Marvel Universe. He was like, listen, I started out with one show, you know, and now he did this season, and now he did one spinoff with Ghost. Then he gonna do he did Kanan too. That's right, he did Kanan. I can't wait for that one to start back. And then he just, right, and as a part, it's not necessarily a Power Universe, but he decided because that was going good, he was like, hey, let me do some documentary film shows in that style. So he did BMF, that's good. I enjoy BMF. And then, you know, the Tommy one is about to come on where he out in Chicago. Oh shoot! So and again, but see now, and that kind of cool. I'm liking that because it's an outlet. So more people from the hip hop, just from the hip hop community, and more black folks that wanted to kind of start People of color that really wanted to start some stuff, they got an outlet to be able to go into it. So I mean, things are hot. Your girl, Insecure is over, but she had a good run. I think she got another show coming out. They do these things called Yearly Departed. I don't know if y'all seen these Yearly Departed. They were doing these kind of like comedic, what would you call it? It's a show. It's just it's once a year. They do it once a year at the end of every year, and it's a satire. So it's, yeah, on Netflix, yeah. And so that's been probably fun. They brought all these women comedians come together, and they just do a eulogy of the year, and they talk about people and they roast them. It's a roast. That's exactly what it is. It's in the style of a roast. Yeah, man. So they talk about people. They do all that. So that was pretty cool to see that. But I mean, I think a lot of people are starting to get their check, get an opportunity and a shot to do it with this film industry, man. And Atlanta is huge on that. Georgia is huge on that. I don't even know what. I mean, is Living Dead done? Are they still doing? Not Living Dead. That's the movie. Walking Dead. Are they still doing seasons of that? I mean, and then everybody is like getting like season 10 and 15. And I mean, it's just up and jumping. So, it's crazy with what they're doing now in the film industry. But a lot of people are really gravitating. And it's cool now because I'm starting to see locations and stuff that I know, places here in Atlanta that I know of. I'm starting to see these places in the movies. And I'm like, oh, and that's the fun part. Because like I know people who, they use New York as a location. They notice, oh yeah, that's just this place in New York or whatever. But now I'm like, oh, that's this place. Oh, that's Little 5 Points. You know what I'm saying? That's over here. That's. Oh, is it? Okay, good. Okay, so Atlanta's coming back. Snowfall coming back. So I mean, I think a lot of things are coming back. First of all, we do understand that COVID slowed down things, starting back. So that's cool. But there's a lot of good shows that are again being taped here locally that is having. So the opportunities for you to get on to, just get on and either we talk about Crew One, we talking about them, in the production side of things. But then being we was talking with Nitro Hot Fire. And when Nigel was saying, you just got to get onto a set and just figure out what you want to do from there. But first of all, you just got to get on there. Of course, to be an actor, you got to get a SAG card and all that stuff. It's a lot of union work, so you got to be in the union. So, I mean, it's a lot of things you got to do and make sure you do it the right way. But, I mean, the opportunities are there, and they're going to be here for a while. We working on that post-production and that pre-production to make sure we keep stuff here. But, I mean, Tyler Perry Studios bought more land. So that studio is about to get bigger. Uh, no, that's it. He did it. Which one? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Is that where they moving from? Yeah. And okay, well, doggone it, TD Jakes, okay. But that's what I mean. A lot of people are starting to do that. They starting to buy buildings and then turn them into sound stages. So now you have sound stages all over. I know they're gonna do something in DeKalb County. Guy hit me up and told me that they got that going on because they want to make sure gaming is a part of what they're doing. You got another guy in the small neighborhood here. What neighborhood? I can't think of the name of the neighborhood in Atlanta. It's over by like university side of stuff. But we went and saw. He got a location. He's gonna put a little sound stage up in there. He's gonna build one in there to do it, and they're bringing the technology. And so now, the way it is, you don't have to have these big sound stages. They're building it where you can build the screen on the floor, and it's kind of the wraparound thing, and so it becomes like that VR type of, enveloped studio kind of feel, and so they're able to do that with the technology. But I mean, again, have an access place for people to learn and get into it. So if they want to do camera work, they want to learn how to do the behind the scenes work, set design and all that stuff, that's where they can come to go and do that and learn that. But I mean, we're making it happen, man. This game is Cincinnati is up 3 points, and it looked like they about to tie it if they haven't already tied it. But I mean, you know, this is fourth quarter, so I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I mean, this is crazy, but this is what you wanted. They were like, people, you know what people was talking on the radio? Oh, we're gonna have a hangover. This is gonna be a letdown. Are these gonna be good games? And da 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 da. But here we go. It's 2 minutes left, and they down by 3 points. And you know, Pat Mahomes down by 3 points. So you know, that's real crazy. So that's different. But you know, hey, that's what they trying to do. They're trying to figure this thing out. So what is that? Second down. Ooh, it's crazy. But hey, y'all, man, y'all been hanging with me.
Don't forget to mention about us starting to be live.
Oh, shouts out to Chemical Atlanta Gamer Life. Season 3, y'all. This is a wrap for us, man. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do these sign offs with what's coming up with the theme song. Little tear. But those are the sirens, y'all. Season 2 is a wrap. Another GameFi podcast, everything gamer, art, music, esports, and film. Season 3 is gonna be awesome. I'm talking about we going live, y'all. We're going live. So we're gonna have some lives in season 3. That's how season 2 gonna be live? No, season 3 is gonna be live. So we about to come up, y'all. We're gonna be live in February. We still gonna do our content like we've been doing. We're gonna have the mini bites, you know, the mini games. They're gonna be out, so you'll be seeing those on social media. We'll be putting those out, you know, because we want to make it. We want y'all to have the ability to be able to follow us and really interact more with the show. We want to have more guests. We want to invite more people. We're gonna do things. We got our schedule, so we know our seasons. We're gonna be cracking them out, y'all. We're gonna make it do what it do. We're gonna get our sponsors so we can get some money to just continue to not just to for the show, but we want to bring in money because we want to start blessing creators as well. Folks coming in, we want to be able to you know, give them an opportunity, help them to go forward. So, you know, be a conduit for the community. That's what the GameFi podcast is. So, hey, thanks again. Season 2, it's a wrap. See y'all for season 3. And we at